Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button and keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. All right, folks, here we are after market close on Tuesday, October 17th. We're going to check in on our old friend TUP. So Tupperware with a nice move here. Now there is a little gap right around this 165.8 area, as you can see between these two daily candles. I'm going to turn that purple just so we know that's not the start or the end of the gap, but it's right through where the gap is. So we can at least just take note of it. If we start to approach that purple line, we could say, wait a minute, there's a gap there somewhere. Now, really interesting motion inside these previous day's candles. This one up 55%, this one up shy of 10, and then down 14, down 7 plus, up 7 plus. So just rocky tick-tocky, basically, is the gist at the moment. Now, the levels that we see ourselves coming in contact with, we have plenty of them, first of all, because the stock has gone through so many price levels. But we'll zoom in a minute and see how it makes more sense on a smaller time frame. But this level stretching up here clearly jumped support over that 165.8, was basically just looking to explode through this downtrend resistance. This is what we always talk about. I say this over and over and over again. The best way for a stock to get out of a downtrend is to break the downtrend resistance and get distance from it. Now, because TUP can move so aggressively, I don't yet feel super comfortable that it is leaving this downtrend resistance behind. That could take shape in the coming days. But as of now, I do worry about, candles like this. That's down 31%. Candles like this, followed by this, followed by this, right? It can just put together these string of really aggressive candles, which is basically how it got up here. So I don't discount the idea that that could inverse and retrace. So, depending on how some of these levels hold, that could certainly start to change my mind. Now, I would also say there's the potential for it to start to build some uptrend support from the bottom of this candle body to this candle body to this candle body. And it would even have a little distance from that from today. I'm not going to put this in just yet, but I'll just show you what I'm talking about. See, so today's candle would have a little bit of distance off of that. So it has potential, but I'm not super persuaded yet, just knowing how it can move. But these are the levels that I'm paying attention to. Right now it's struggling with this 244 level pretty hard. It tried to stretch through it here, came down, couldn't confirm support on it. And so that's, potentially, troublemaking in the future. We'll see. And then sort of regathered itself down here around the $2 level and made a second run and wicked off of it again today. So again, continuously trying to push through it. And today when it tried to push through, it couldn't even push as high as it had the other day. The other day, it got up to 255. Today, just got up to 249. So the struggle, to my mind, right now is with that 244 level. If bulls don't start to step in around that level and help lift the stock through there, that's where I would worry that there's going to be a capitulation sooner than later and potentially driving it back down toward this downtrend resistance. We'll see. These are all, this is all just, if that happens, this is how that could move. And, but we're just going to have to wait and see. This is obviously not a prediction or a crystal ball channel. You can get that plenty of other places. So please do not bug me for predictions. I don't have any. EMAs. Hey folks, just so you know, you can get these videos early and ad-free. If you click on the description below and become a member, you can make that happen, and I really appreciate the support. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the rest of the video. nice crossovers here. So again, to the extent to which these can help provide additional support aside from the levels that we have on the chart, the 8 EMA has now fully bullishly crossed over both of the other EMAs, the 21 and 34. The next step would be for this 21 to get dragged up above the 34. That would be the last bullish crossover. Then we'd be completely in a bullish formation per these EMAs, and that may provide a lift that's needed to get this puppy in motion and see if there can be a swing higher than this 272. But those are the things that I'm looking at the moment. Now flipping over to the Think or Swim study, we can see where it's situated in the channel. Now there is some additional resistance that's potentially going to come into play here. This 180 to 200 EMA cloud on the daily, situated just out of the channel, and you see right now it's sort of struggling to fight with that upper bound of the channel. It can spend quite a bit of time outside of the channel. That shouldn't be a surprise. Again, we're just talking about the craziness of the roller coaster that is the price action here sometimes. But in this full sort of bleed down here, it was really just sitting on the baseline. This histogram, it didn't, for how much the price was moving down, I'm kind of surprised how relaxed the histogram was here, basically not signaling a strong swing in momentum in either direction. Yeah, it's slightly bullish, but I mean, that's extremely slightly bullish. And that's slightly bullish when a stock is going from about $2 all the way down to like $1.14 or something. So that's interesting. I mean, it's also, relatively speaking, this is just such a chaotic move that this looks more tame. But if you look at the percentage change in that period of time, it's not. It's a huge percentage change. So I'm interested to see if just sort of like the overall, clearly the volume is much, much less now, right? Even with the recent pickup in volume, it's nowhere near what we saw here. And so to that extent, like I say, the relative momentum is just sort of off kilter at the moment. So I'm interested to see where that really grabs on and takes shape. Additionally, it is up toward the upper bound of this channel. Like I said, this could bring in some additional resistance. The bullish argument there is if it can be flipped from resistance to support, that could provide some pretty solid support. And but first, it's going to have to get through this upper bound of the channel if that's how it wants to make that motion. If it stays up here, this eventually will likely drag itself down to it. So that's another way that it could come to it. But interesting move here is it came out of the channel and it pulled back in. It has not yet needed to come down and retest the mid-range of the channel. So that's the other thing I'd be strongly looking at. That could signal that the bulls are sort of getting a grip on this. We see bullish momentum picking up here, but we saw when we were zoomed out how slight that is. But I would continue to wait and see if it's able to ride this green wave cloud as support and not needing to come down to test the mid-range, this bright blue line in the middle. That would signify that at least for the short term, the bulls seem to have their grip on the momentum side of things. So we'll see how that takes shape. Interesting one here. All right, folks. I hope that your trading week is off to a good start. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.